finding the trail, and then we're gonna get back on the trail. With Dylan, which is nice and good. And we're gonna hike yeah, that's kind of crazy. The windmills look cool like this. Sick. Pictures and stuff. It's so impressive. It's 6:15. It has been 12 hours. Or no, 6 hours of hiking since 12:15. And I'm going pretty hard, I think, because I had the last of my Red Bull and I feel the impending crash. Dylan and I hiked together all night, and then I dropped him a little bit back, kind of accidentally, but it was really lovely to, excuse me, to hike through the night with someone and like have good conversations. I think our strategy was the best strategy compared to other people's. It wasn't even, it was like 2:30 when we started passing people who had started from Hiker Town that evening at 6 or 7 without sleep, and they were tired, and we were passing people from 2:30 to like 4, a little after 4, and then it seemed like most people had camped somewhere. So I was happy with our decision to sleep for like 3 or 4 hours and then start, because like, I mean, I felt okay. I've also had a liter of Red Bull, but I felt pretty good. Sorry, I'm like dying. We still have 8 to 10 miles to go. So we're trying to do a 28, which some of it will suck. There are 2 uphills that I think are gonna really suck. But I'll plug in some music. I haven't done any music today. And I'll take a few breaks and I'll get it done. It's only 6:15 a.m. so still some time before it gets hot. But yeah, that's my update. We made it through the night. Aqueduct was flat and boring if it were not for conversation, as expected. It's about 8:10. I have 4 more miles, all uphill, relatively steep. I'm taking a 20 to 30 minute break. I don't feel that like sleepy tired, but my feet hurt a lot and I have a lot of chafing. I think the feet hurt probably from like all the flat and all the walking on concrete of the Aqueduct earlier today. But like overall I'm in decent shape, and you know, it should only take me like an hour and a half or a little more to get to camp, and then I can chill for the rest of the day. But yeah, I'm definitely hurting. I think like it is interesting how we come up with like mantras and like ways to deal with pain. Like I feel like I've thought about that a lot while training and doing ultras, because like that's a very intentional part of the strategy, is like figuring out how to do that, but also like the way in which you have to kind of just figure out your own strategies. Like a lot of the things that I hear, like some of the pros talk about that I've tried, like don't really work for me. Like Courtney DeWalter talks about like visualizing, like chipping further into the pain cave. That does nothing for me. But then as I was walking and my feet were really hurting, I just like thought about like chewing the pain like bubble gum, if that makes any sense. Like, I wasn't grinding my teeth because that's bad for your teeth, but I was kind of just like visualizing. I don't know. I think the fact that like I like that better because it was like the fact that it may not end and it might get worse, it might get tougher, it might get harder to chew, but like as you walk, you're chewing it anyway. I guess chewing being a metaphor for just like processing or dealing with. So it was like kind of something random that popped into my head, but like was actually a good visualization / distraction for me. But yeah, I'm gonna hang out here for 20-30 minutes, eat some snacks, drink some water, prepare myself for the climb, and then do the climb in either just one go or just with like a short break in the middle is the plan. Because the curiosity got a hold of me, I bought, while I was resupplying, these Dr. Pepper meat sticks, which aren't bad, but are very weird. So now I have to deal with having bought all of them and actually eat them.
Position. Kind of like, it's like, seems like it's...
All right, I was at that little water cache from 10 a.m. to it's about 2:30 now. And I finally rallied. I really felt like crap. I think mostly because I'm very sleep deprived and also have already done 28 miles. And it's hot and it's hard to find shade. So like I was feeling really down for a minute. Also, a bee stung me on my hand, and I'm pretty sure this is the second time in like 3 days that a bee has stung me, and so I was really pissed off. But I was feeling really bad. But I did rally. I had ramen, and the guy who maintains the cache showed up, and he had cold sodas. So I got a can of Coke, which was amazing. Like, it was kind of exactly what I needed. We were all like dreaming about cold sodas. And then he showed up. Not before Dylan left though, so I'm gonna feel bad telling him about this. But I'm only going like 0.7 more. Just Dylan went on and said that there were some good tent sites that were shady. So a shadier spot to hang out and then camp, and then tomorrow we'll do 17 something. And I think we haven't really decided if we're gonna camp by the road and then go in on Tuesday so that we just do one night, or we might just go in tomorrow and do 2 nights, and find a place to stay. I didn't really want to spend the money, but honestly, the overnight Aqueduct thing is so brutal that like if I'm still feeling crappy tomorrow, might. But I think we both agree that we're just gonna like decide that tomorrow based on how we feel. So TBD.